Hi, welcome to the Blue Lotus Awakening channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. I have a 500 subscriber challenge going on now until the beginning of the new service year, which will be September 1st. So thank you so much. I'd like to thank everyone that has subscribed to the channel so far. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So this video today is a video for those who are studying the Bible with Jehovah's Witnesses and who are contemplating getting baptized. Some of you may be, well, of course, before you get to the point of baptism, you have to become an unbaptized publisher. So this video is for you who may be on track right now to getting baptized. First of all, I want to say that it took a lot of courage for you to watch this video, because at this point in your Bible studies with Jehovah's Witnesses, you have probably learned that watching videos such as this one, such as mine, or even subscribing to a channel such as mine can cause problems. What Jehovah's Witnesses are telling you at this point is that anyone that's giving you information outside of JW Broadcasting, JW Library, JW.org, anyone that's giving you information outside of that network, that person or that entity is an enemy to Jehovah's Witnesses and an enemy of God. So to actually sit here and watch this video that I'm presenting to you today takes a lot of courage. And there's probably something in your spirit that's telling you that you need to slow down before you make a serious commitment, such as getting baptized. Something within you is telling you that you need to watch this video or do some more research before you make this commitment. And if you have heard that within yourself, that voice tell you to slow down, and you have landed upon this video, it's just the universe trying to help you, trying to warn you, give you a final warning. Because when you get baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, that becomes a binding contract between you and Watchtower, or what we used to call the society. When you get baptized, it is a binding contract between you and the Watchtower organization. And that contract contains very important information. So when you say yes to the two questions that will be presented to you during the baptismal talk, and when you dip your head into the waters of any assembly or convention center, you have been placed in a situation where you're going to be paying on the front end, and you will surely pay on the back end. What am I talking about? What I'm saying is that getting baptized is so important. It's not only important to you, but it is very important to the person that is studying the Bible with you and to the associating congregation that you are a part of. How so? For a person who has a Bible study that has improved so much and progressed so much to the point of baptism, that's a feather in the cap of that publisher, whether they be a regular layman Jehovah's Witness publisher or pioneer, special pioneer, missionary, elder, elder's wife. It is a really great thing to put on their JW resume that they have aided someone into the truth. It gives them validity as a Jehovah's Witness to be able to say that they've done that. Another reason that it becomes a feather in the cap of Jehovah's Witnesses when you decide to get baptized and actually dip your head under the water, what it means is that the organization is growing and they can count you as one of the as a number of people who are deciding that they want to become one of Jehovah's Witnesses. This is vital in two senses. The first, this is vital in for two reasons. The first reason is that becoming one of Jehovah's Witnesses adds to the coffers or the business accounts of the organization, because you will be giving contributions and donations to the worldwide kingdom preaching work, or to the various corporations and entities of Jehovah's Witnesses, which means they will continue to get residual monies or financial ends from you. And that is what helps to sustain the organization itself, along with the other business endeavors that they have that you will never know anything about. Jehovah's Witnesses, the organization, have stocks and investments in different corporations all over the world. So when you donate or contribute your money to what you think is the worldwide preaching work that helps build kingdom halls, help Jehovah's Witnesses in times of disasters and things of that that the donations go towards building kingdom halls, I should say branch buildings, movie studios, all of those things that you see on jw.org. That is what your money is invested in. Things that you can see and things that you do not see. And so this is residual income that Jehovah's Witnesses, the business entity, needs to survive each year. Another reason why Jehovah's Witnesses want you to become a member is because this gives them credence and grants them the privilege of saying that thousands upon thousands of people are flocking to the organization because they love Jehovah and they want to see a better life and a better world. So getting baptized is not just something that's beneficial or be beneficial to you per se, but it's something that is very beneficial to the organization because it helps with their PR. It helps them also to maintain or to help encourage other laymen Jehovah's Witnesses who may be feeling a little stressed out, a little depressed when they hear different things going on that they don't quite understand. This gives them hope that the message that they are spreading or that they're preaching, that there are people who are listening, and this gives them hope and gives them that encouragement to go out into the field ministry and to continue to do what they do, even though the evidence has shown that thousands of Jehovah's Witnesses are leaving the organization each year and that the preaching work has become ineffective. So when you make the decision to get baptized, these are all the things that's going on in the Jehovah's Witness organization or in your tiny neck of the woods. This also gives credence and makes the elders of the congregation look good as well, because what it tells the circuit overseer and the district overseer is that this congregation is growing. This congregation is really doing what they're supposed to be doing as far as Jehovah's Witnesses have outlined for the local Jehovah's Witness group to do. So this makes the congregation look good. This makes the elder body look good when you decide to get baptized. It makes them seem as if they got everything under control, everybody is in line, and that the congregation is thriving, or that the Holy Spirit is really motivating people, the friends, to get out and do the work and to bring in more people. Mm-hmm. So getting baptized is not just a situation of you. Getting baptized becomes a whole situation, or a whole, it means more than just you simply dipping your head under the water. It means a lot to a lot of different people. Your getting baptized oils the wheels that makes the Jehovah's Witness organization or the Watchtower organization turn. However, what you have to understand is that in the process of you becoming baptized, this contract that you are invisibly signing is going to have a, you will be paying for that decision. Because right now, you're already paying for the decision. How is that? I am quite sure that you have family members and friends that you no longer speak to because you have become an unbaptized publisher, or because you have started studying with Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, now if you can sit there and say to me, that's not true, I still have a relationship with my worldly family and friends, then you are probably not progressing as a Jehovah's Witness in the light of that fact. Because one of the tenets, the important tenets of being one of Jehovah's Witnesses, is that you cannot associate with your worldly friends or family members. You cannot do it. Okay, and Jehovah's Witnesses pretty much cover that type of information within the first 5 chapters of the book that they begin to study with you from. They go over this information to let you know that there are going to be people who are going to be against you, and that the only people in the world that's going to support you is your local congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, along with the person that's studying the Bible with you. So as an unbaptized publisher progressing towards getting baptized, your family members and your friends have basically fallen to the wayside. And if they haven't, you have kicked them to the curb. Okay? How are you going to pay for this in the end? There are going to be different situations that's going to come up in life for you where you're going to need support. You're going to need help. Jehovah's Witnesses are not going to help you. Or they're not going to help you at the level of support that you would have gotten from your family or from your friends. They're just not. The layman Jehovah's Witness have so many different issues and problems that they have to deal with on top of being one of Jehovah's Witnesses, that there is no way that they can be able to help you, to be able to encourage you, to be able to call you every day, to be able to pour that love onto you the way you may have received it from your family, your worldly family, or your worldly friends. They just don't have that type of time. Jehovah's Witnesses are busy. They not only have issues within their own families and things that they have, the weight that they have on their shoulders from just operating as one of Jehovah's Witnesses on a daily basis out here in the world every day. They also are stressed out from having to study for all the meetings, keep up with all the information, have this so-called family worship every Thursday or whatever day they may have it. They have a lot to do. They have a lot on their plate. They have a lot that keeps them from being distracted. Your situation, whatever it is that you're going through, is a distraction to them. Yes, they may call you on the phone and say, hey, sister so-and-so, I heard that you were going through whatever and whatever. Can I send you a meal or whatever? And they may do that one time or two, but basically you're on your own. And that is the honest truth. Ask any former Jehovah's Witness and they'll tell you the same thing. Basically, you are on your own. That is what happens when you decide to get baptized. You leave the support system that you had. You leave all of that. Your family, friends, you leave all of that behind you and you embrace what Jehovah's Witnesses are giving you. Now, yes, you are in the honeymoon phase of being with Jehovah's Witnesses. The honeymoon phase is when you're being love bombed. Everyone is reaching out to you. Everyone is loving on you. And the reason why is because you're new. When you become an old head, they could care less. But you're new, and the idea is to bring you into the organization, and I already gave you the reasons why. Bring you into the organization for various, reasons, and to get you there. Okay, but once you are there, you're basically on your own. Now, maybe that first 6 months, so that first year or so after you're baptized, the congregation is still loving on you. But basically, no, because there have been many articles in Jehovah's Witness publications where the organization, the governing body is telling Jehovah's Witnesses or the layman Jehovah's Witness, look, you got to go back and you got to make sure that the person that you brought into the truth or you brought into help get baptized, you got to go and check on them and make sure that they're okay. Why? Because many Jehovah's Witnesses, after their first year of becoming one of Jehovah's Witnesses, they leave. And why do they leave? Because all the love and the support and encouragement that they were receiving as a Bible student and then as an unbaptized publisher, once they got baptized, people were like, oh, hey, forget you. Now you're on your own. The training wheels are off. You're one of us. You're in. So that's how you pay on the front end of being one of Jehovah's Witnesses when you get baptized. On the back end, how do you pay? You pay in that critical thinking skills, whatever it is that you may see within the publications, within the Bible talks and lectures, videos, whatever you may see or hear that makes you second guess it, you are obligated to ignore it. You're obligated to suppress it. And that is to your own detriment that you do. And so you begin to pay on the back end because you lose those critical thinking skills, the things that we use every single day to differentiate between what's good, what's bad, what's facts and what's false, or facts or what's facts and what's truth, what's misinformation, what's disinformation, what's actual factual information. Those senses in you become distorted, suppressed, and then you begin to take on the thinking of the Watchtower Society itself, or the Watchtower. And you pay dearly for giving up the usage of your own critical thinking skills. You pay dearly because you begin to suppress the truth about the truth. You begin to suppress vital things that you need to survive as a human being in the world that we live in today. That is how you pay. And then let's say you decide that you do not want to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses any longer because of whatever situation you found yourself in. You begin to find out facts, information. You notice some conflict or some conflicting things in the literature that you've been studying, and you decide that this is not what I want to do anymore. I made a mistake. How do you pay? You pay because when you leave the organization, everything that you left before you joined, all of that stuff that you pushed behind, Jehovah's Witnesses are going to turn their back on you. Just like you turn your back on your friends and your family. Once you decide to leave, Jehovah's Witnesses turn their back on you. Where does that leave you? You've kicked everybody in your life to the curb for this organization. And when you realize that this organization is not cracked up to what it should be, or not exactly what you thought it was, guess what happens? You lose that whole community. You lose the organization too. Whatever friends you may have made in the congregation, you lose them. Because they're not going to want to hear what you have to say, especially if it goes against what they have been indoctrinated to believe. So what happens? That means it's just you. You alone, by yourself. That's what you have. That's what you're left with. And a lot of people can't deal with that. Whether it be you are disfellowshipped from the congregation, or what they say, whether you are removed from the congregation, let's say you leave on your own, you fade, whatever situation that you choose to exit, you will be left alone. And a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people, former Jehovah's Witnesses, commit suicide each year. Jehovah's Witnesses, they may have numbers of how many people got baptized and how many people got removed from the congregation. They may have those numbers, but what they don't, the numbers that they do not share with you are the numbers of Jehovah's Witnesses that actually kill themselves every year or commit suicide every single year because of being shunned, being alone. So you do pay. You pay to become one of Jehovah's Witnesses. And usually it's through your own mental health, your own psychological health, your emotions. You're paying with your whole being when you dip your head in that water and get baptized. And I think that everyone should know this. Everyone, before you get baptized, just like when you if you were a smoker, just like that pack of cigarettes has a warning label on it, just like a bottle of beer has a warning label on it for pregnant women. Look, this could cause fetal alcohol syndrome if you partake of this. Just like there is a warning on certain things, like there's a warning on this bottle, this canister of disinfecting wipes, telling you what could happen to you if you use this product or if you ingest this product. There should be a warning as well to those who are thinking about getting baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, because there are things that will happen to you, that will occur to you, especially if you decide later on down the line that you want to leave. And that's why the psychological aspects of being in any high control group, we have to get out here, and I feel that as a therapist, I feel that it is very important to come out and let people know that this is what happens when you get involved in certain groups or organizations that are high controlled organizations and groups or religiosity. Because if you don't know if you don't know and you are not made aware of what could happen to you, then how do I want to say this? It's very important that people understand and know what they are getting into, what they are buying. Because essentially, what you're buying something. You think that when you get baptized, you're buying God's favor. You're buying the favor of an entire organization that supposedly was appointed by God. You are buying into the fact that you are in line to have everlasting life on a paradise earth. That's what you're buying into. But unfortunately, the way this organization is set up, somewhere down the line, there will be buyer's remorse. The way this organization is set up, it's kind of easy to get in, but it's not that easy to get out. And the repercussions from getting out are astronomical. Astronomical. So if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more content like this in the future, please let me know in the comment section. And please, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please help me make my 500 subscriber mark by the new service year of September 1st. Please help me reach that goal. Thank you so much for watching the Blue Lotus Awakening channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop down in the comment section and leave me a comment or get the discussion going. But this is a very important video, and this is for those of you who are thinking about becoming one of Jehovah's Witnesses, who are thinking about getting baptized. You have now become an unbaptized publisher, where this next step is a big step, and that's getting baptized. Please remember that there is fine print to this. And it's the fine print that you don't read or that you don't know about that can have devastating results to you, that can harm you in the end. So I just want you to be aware. I'll see you next time here on the Blue Lotus Awakening channel. Bye-bye.